Good evening, Skolgers. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Christmas week. We are getting very close. Coming at you. Getting ready for Saturday's game against the Giants at home. The Vikings, the NFC North Division champions. After one of the largest come-from-behind victory in NFL history. One of the greatest comebacks in sports history, potentially. Discounting, those postseason games in whatever sport that you talk about. Crazy, though. Did not do a Zafa Talk on it because we addressed it on the podcast, the SkolNBolts Podcast. If you have not listened to it, check it out. We dive in depth more about it, and it was just a thrilling, unbelievable moment, surreal. I mean, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but it felt frustrating, disappointing, embarrassing, heartbreaking, let down. Any adjective you want to use, that's what we felt as far as negativity goes. And then it all, it did get better. It did get better. We came back and we freaking won this game. Like, holy shit. My goodness. Again, like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time on this game because it's been covered. But Kirk Cousins, his second half was unbelievable. Dalvin Cook making up for his fumble. KJ Osborne having the game of his career. Justin Jefferson doing what he does. Adam Thielen coming alive with that big touchdown after not being even targeted in the first half. What can you say? This team has so much heart, so much fight. There's no quit in their bones. It's lovely to see, and it just feels different. It really just feels different than the Zimmer era. The Zimmer era, you'd think that they would just kind of lie over and accept it. Kevin O'Connell's got them, believing and fighting, and I appreciate that. But what I want to talk about real quick, this is going to be a shorter episode, but just addressing it because I'm curious about it. First of all, the news coming out of the Vikings today. Quarterback Josh Rosen signed to the practice squad. A lot of Vikings Twitter is making a big deal of this. I don't know why. It's obviously just a move to, further our preparation against other teams going forward for the rest of this year. It's not like Josh Rosen is going to step up and take over. He's not even going to be the number 2 seed. That's going to stay with Nick Mullins, in my opinion. I don't see Josh Rosen taking over the backup role. Even if he does, big deal. And for whatever reason, it's been blown up all over Vikings Twitter today. Josh Rosen. I don't get it. It doesn't matter. Kirk Cousins playing at a high level these last few weeks. Really coming alive. He's not going anywhere. And I wanted to talk about 2 specific players from this past week's game. For those of you who listen to the SkolNBolts podcast, thank you very much. I appreciate you. But I made the point on the podcast that I really wanted to see more use on the offensive side of the football with Jalen Reagor. I'm sitting here talking to you and telling you that I still think that Jalen Reagor has more to offer to this team than just punt returning, but his performance on Sunday was very, very poor. He was a big reason why it was such a nail biter with the comeback. Now, I'm going to be straight up and give my personal opinion here based off of what I saw. And I feel like a lot of people are going to agree with me. Some of you might not. That's fine. I think Jalen Reagor is 100% to blame for both of Kirk Cousins' interceptions on Sunday. The first one, maybe that one's a little bit closer, but I still put the blame on him, which resulted in the pick six. The second interception, which many people refer to as the arm punt. That's what they call it for all quarterbacks, the arm punt on Kirk Cousins. My man Jalen Reagor stopped running his route, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Former first-round pick, obviously, we know that. His history with the Eagles in his first couple years, not good. The reputation there is not good. And I feel like he has potential. There's something there. He's never going to be a Justin Jefferson or a Jamar Chase or a Tyreek Hill or whatever. He's never going to be one of those top guys. There's just no way. But there is something there. And if we can figure out how to utilize him in the right way, I think he could have a successful role in our offense. Now, letting him just run routes. He's got the speed. He can catch. It's just the way he runs his routes, obviously resulting in 2 interceptions. Not good. Not good. Not what we need. And it's, created kind of a liability. It almost cost us the game. When he gave up on that route, I don't know what it was. Okay, I don't want to say gave up, but when he stopped running his route, and it was that Kirk Cousins' second interception, the arm punt, that very well almost cost us the game. It could have. Very well could have. Scary stuff. Could have ended all the momentum. But thankfully we battled back and got it. And then the other guy that I want to talk about real quick, I've talked about him multiple times on the podcast. I think I've even brought it up here. Duke Shelley. I feel like Duke Shelley has the potential to be a star on this defense. I've mentioned before that I think he's got the talent, but he's more well used in a red zone situation, a red zone defense. And I mean, he played very well against the Colts on Saturday. He played very well. And I think that he's played very well. You look at the situations he's played in. Let's just start out in Buffalo. Overtime. One-on-one against Gabe Davis with a shot at the end zone, and he breaks it up. That's a big-time play right there. That's a big-time play. You look at him, and basically any of his games, he has not given up anything over the top, super big, but he's made some plays on the ball. I think Duke Shelley has the potential to be a star. Not a superstar in the league, a true shutdown corner that everyone's going to remember forever, but a guy who can be a shining example of tough defense and shutdownness. I don't know what you want to say, but a viable weapon on this defense. I truly believe that he has that potential. I've been very impressed with what he's done, and I look forward to seeing him progress further. And coming into the playoffs very soon, we got 3 weeks to go. Outside shot at the number 1 seed. Obviously, we need to win out. The Eagles need to lose out. Jalen Hurts is injured. Don't like to see it. Probably the front runner for the MVP. We don't like to see him get hurt. His throwing shoulder sprained, I believe. Don't want to see that, but it leaves the door a little bit open. I don't think the Vikings are going to get the number 1 seed, but we need to get the number 2 seed. We have to stay above San Francisco, and I think Duke Shelley can play a big role on that. I think offensively we've got, what we need. I'm not afraid of the Giants. I think we beat them at home. The Packers at Lambeau, still not afraid of them. And then the Bears, still not afraid of them. Good chance we can win out here. Good chance. Finish 14-3. That would be amazing. I think that absolutely secures us a 2nd seed. So, we'll see what happens. Probably do another Zafa Talk previewing the actual Giants game itself on Christmas Eve coming up later in the week. But for now, just wanted to give my thoughts. Jalen Reagor, Duke Shelley, had to bring it up a little bit just to get a conversation going. If you guys disagree or agree or whatever, let me know in the comments. Curious as to what you guys think. I still believe that Jalen Reagor has a purpose on this team and on our offense even. We just got to find the right fit. We got to do it quick. Season's, wrapping up. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty before the playoffs start, so we'll see what happens. But, I still believe. Duke Shelley, shout out to him. Really, really like what he's doing right now. Dude is playing ball. 100%. All right. That's all I got for you guys. We will see you later in the week. Tomorrow for Wednesday, expect a podcast. SkolNBolts Podcast, baby. Coming back. And then we will probably do another Zafa Talk before the game. And just try and continue getting more and more content out to you guys. So if you guys are not already subscribed to the to the YouTube channel, please, or to the podcast on Spotify if you like to listen on Spotify. And yeah, like the video if you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment. We love to have conversations. We'd appreciate it. We're just trying to grow. Trying to get the SkolNBolts Podcast going more and more. And this is just another little mini series to just get some exposure out there. All right, Vikings fans, Skolgers, we'll see y'all this later in the week as we get ready for the Giants at home. The whiteout game. Wear white if you're going to the game. Please. I think it'll look so sick. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful night.